Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, Isha Roy at Adore. Before we dive in, let me give you a quick glimpse into Adore. Adore is a global network of students and young professionals like yourself, also passionate about inspiring youth to make a positive impact. We connect you with established professionals and over a platform to learn from their journeys. Now, on behalf of Team Maverick and Adore, we are thrilled to welcome you to this webinar and time management and productivity hacks. To make this session even more engaging, we kindly request everyone to switch on their cameras. And now, the moment we all have been waiting for, our esteemed guest speaker for tonight is Mrs. Hussain Yusra Yunus. Mrs. Yunus has an MSc in Computer Science Cybersecurity, a BSc in Software Engineering, and is certified in Cybersecurity and AI Career Essentials. Mrs. Yunus, it's a true honor to have you with us today. We are all eager to gain valuable insights from your expertise. Mrs. Yunus, the floor is yours.
Okay, good day, everyone, from wherever you're watching this. I'm thrilled to have you here for today's session, Time Management and Productivity Hack. This is a topic that affects us all, no matter our roles, being a student, a professional, or just a housewife trying to balance between through the day. My name is Yusra Hussain Yunus, and with my background in computer science, cybersecurity, and AI, I've seen firsthand I have seen firsthand massive difference in effective time management. It's not it's not about squeezing more time into your day, nor having extra hours to complete tasks. It's about getting the most important things done in a way that doesn't leave you feeling burnt out. So let's dive into how we can take control of our time, boost productivity, and manage our workload effectively. So let's begin by addressing what time management is. Time management is all about planning how you spend your hours to increase your productivity and efficiency. It helps you work smarter, not harder. When you manage your time well, the benefits are huge. The benefits range from higher productivity, that is, you get more important things done in a specific period of time. I mean, we all have 24 hours. So it's all about getting the most important aspect of your life accomplished within 24 hours or the speculated amount of time. Secondly, it also reduces stress. Time management helps you organize your day and activities in such a way that twitch be- you do not twitch between activities. It helps you also prioritize what is more important in a day and what is less important. Hence, helping you focus more important aspect of your life, and then reduces stress and anxiety. Thirdly, it helps you balance your work life, um, work and life. Balance your work and then personal life. So it even enhances creativity. That is, if you have more time to focus on a particular activity, it reduces anxiety and stress. Hence, it opens up your mind to be more creative and more innovative. Wouldn't you love to feel like you have truly made the most out of your time at the end of each day? Now, okay, sorry. Yeah, next slide, please. Let's dive into the common challenges we face with managing time. The first one is procrastination, delaying tasks, especially important ones. Some people believe that they work better when you're at the last minute of of a deadline, so they procrastinate. They keep postponing the time until it is too late. And study shows that people that procrastinate mostly are 20% of adults procrastinate. So I believe that we can all relate to this challenge. Second one is distractions. People mostly that do not have efficient work and personal life balancing often get distracted by activities during their days, or they get distracted by kids, social media, your emails, and a lot of unplanned tasks. Another one is poor prioritization. When you do not prioritize your activities in a day, there are some activities that tend to be important, and there are activities that tend to be urgent. So which one would you go for? Well, there are also activities that are important, but they are not urgent. And then there are urgent activities that are not important. So I believe we should always prioritize activities that are important and and um, and urgent over ones that are not as important. Fourth point is multitasking. There are superhumans, or we believe to be superhumans, but at the end of the day, we tend to see ourselves getting into situations where we cannot complete one task because we carry on too many responsibilities at a time, and then it's either the tasks don't get completed, or they are not done efficiently as compared to focusing on one task at a time. Then fifth point is people pleasing. There are people that believe that, or do not know how to say no, or set clear boundaries when it comes to requests from people. There are some activities that come as a request that are out of scope. So learning how to say no to scope creeps will help you focus better on the most important aspects of your life. Next slide, please, JD. So there are several benefits of effective time management. Firstly, you tend to get happier employees. You get employees that are willing to do their jobs happily without feeling strained or tired. And then you have because they are not strained or tired, they tend to be more creative, more innovative, and more productive in the workspace. You get lower absenteeism. That is, you get less people giving excuses not to do their jobs, because absenteeism can be caused from factors like poor health, or poor work and personal life balance. So when you have proper time management and you don't burn out your employees, you tend to have employees that have more vigor and are more healthy, or let's say they have more stamina to work for a long period of time without getting burned out. Lower turnover. When you have effective time management, as I said, when I spoke about sorry, multitasking. When you focus more, or when you manage your time effectively, you tend to do the most important jobs quickly without turning over work to the next day, and then it leads to more productivity. As I said, increased productivity. We have enhanced reputation, since your employees have improved creativity and innovation. So the reputation of the company also get enhanced, and then it also improves work and personal life balance, as I have mentioned. Next slide, please. Thank you. So effective time management has this impact on individuals. This doesn't have to be in a professional field. An individual tend to have higher productivity. That is, they tend to get more job done within 24 hours, or the speculated amount of time. They have greater achievement of goals, and then enhanced sense of satisfaction, both in your personal and professional life. Next, please. Next slide, please. Now let's understand procrastination. And let's be real for a second. We all struggle with procrastination, right? In fact, let's have some fun. Can you raise your hand if you have ever delayed doing something important by getting caught up in Netflix, YouTube, or scrolling through social media for an ample amount of time? Please, I would like this to be interactive. Anyone there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Me.
What it is raising hand.
I don't know if you can see us, but we've been raising our hands.
Oh yeah, I couldn't see you. Sorry about that.
Hello?
Sorry everyone for the break in transmission. Hello.
Yeah. Hello? Yeah. We can hear
Sorry
you.
for the break in transmission.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
you
to
can
change
continue.
devices.
Okay.
Apologies if you can't see me anymore.
No, no problem. You can continue.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So continuing with procrastination, I see your hands up, so I can relate to. I mean, I used to be a very bad procrastinator, and then because I need to balance my work and personal life, and then I am also a serial entrepreneur. I know how procrastination can affect your life and make everything into like a total shamble. So procrastination is indeed a universal struggle, and it's not about being lazy. Procrastination, in fact, is more emotional than being lazy. Some of us avoid tasks out of fear of perfectionism or just fear generally, while others wait until the last minute because they think they perform better under pressure. The problem is procrastination piles up stress and guilt. There's a saying that I really love. I mean, it's changed my life because there was a time I had a project to complete and then I kept on procrastinating. I had a fell fear of I had a fear of failure. Yeah, I had a fear of failure. I feel like I didn't have the proper facilities to carry out this thing, and then I kept on procrastinating, and then I came across this saying that says the pain of regret is greater than the pain of discipline. So when you look at the consequences of not carrying out a particular decision in your life, the repercussion is actually greater than putting in some discipline in carrying out the task itself. In other words, it's more easier to tackle things now than deal with the regret of missing deadlines or falling behind later. So there are different types of procrastinators. There's the avoider that puts off tasks to avoid feelings of fear and inadequacy, like what I felt. And then the thrill seeker delays tasks because they feel they perform better under pressure, waiting until the last minute for the adrenaline rush. You know, a lot of people really feel like when something is close to the deadline, they feel they can just rush through it. And sometimes when you dive into some tasks that you're not used to and you feel like you can just finish it up in within a short period of time, that's when your mind, your eyes will like open to the complexities of some tasks, and most of the times will lead to like incomplete work or just confusion in total. In essence, incomplete activity. I'm sure we don't want to be like them. Then we have the indecisive procrastinator. Delays tasks because they cannot make a decision, fearing they might make the wrong choice. As I said, procrastination is more emotional than just being lazy. There are some people that need people's approval. You're used to someone giving you instructions. This happens mostly with students that just finished from, like, let's say, university, and are now trying to like blend in their jobs. Well, because during university you're used to someone giving you exact somebody guiding you, holding your hands through projects, but in the work life you just have to make decisions. So this like could increase anxiety to an unbearable level. So let's go to the next slide, please, JD. So common causes of procrastination, as I said, as I mentioned before, fear of failure. People often delay tasks because they fear they won't perform well, leading to anxiety and avoidance. And this anxiety, it's a real thing, because when you go through it, when you see your tasks, you see your tasks or projects you need to do, but You know you have to go, you have to go through it, but that fear of failure will not allow you face your fear. Hence, it's even though you find a coping mechanism, say scrolling through social media or just doing some what do they call this, some activities that are pleasing, like listening to music, all these things that make you feel good instantly, instead of like facing your fear. So your anxiety keeps increasing even while you're doing those activities. So it doesn't doing distracting yourself by those activities actually doesn't take away the feeling of being um uh, lagged back in your progress. Then we have perfectionism. This has to do with people that are perfectionists. They feel like everything has to be in perfect shape. It has to be in the perfect time before you take up or start your tasks. This also encourages procrastination. Then lack of motivation. You know, some people just feel like when a task is overwhelming or is irrelevant, you feel like I can procrastinate through it since it's not that important. You feel like you need that extra push to make you take up this task. So this also make you procrastinate through doing that activity. Then instant gratification. You know, our brains are wired through what do we call this? Is it trained reflex? When you're used to praises, some gratifications, when you do some things and you feel like when you do some certain task, there's no applause or gratification, you do not feel motivated to also carry out some task. These are like few common causes of procrastination that have I have enumerated. Next slide, please. So procrastination is actually a very serious issue, since it's proven that it affects 20% 20% of adults. I mean, 20% out of the total population of the world is very significant. We can agree with, right? So these are some proven facts about procrastination. The first one says emotional regulation problem. Procrastination seems progress. Kai, go. Sorry for the distraction. It's procrastination actually into delves into like distracting you from from negative emotions. Emotions such as that pain of discipline. So it often channels your brain into like soothing activities that also stops you from proper time management. We have performance decline. Habitual procrastinators tend to have lower academic and job performance in some studies, as I think I mentioned this earlier. And then health impact. Chronic procrastination is linked to increased stress, anxiety, and long-term health issues such as cardiovascular disease. I know someone that anxiety also increases stress. And there are people have different coping mechanism when it comes to stress. There are people that overeat. There are people that actually like delve into bad habits to cope with this unending anxiety that they intentionally put on themselves by procrastinating. So you can see how procrastination has little over long-term goals, which leads to procrastination. I think we've discussed this before, where I said they prioritize emotionally soothing tasks over long-term goals, which are supposed to be your priority. Then we have perfectionism link. Perfectionism often procrastinates. Perfection is often for procrastinate due to a fear of not achieving a perfect result, as I explained earlier. So I think enough with procrastination. Let's move on to the better part of this presentation. Now let's talk about the top 3 proven time management techniques. The first one is the Pomodoro technique. The Pomodoro technique works this way. It helps you break between um periods that you need to focus on your work or your task at the time and taking break. So there are people that actually get exhausted or burnt out when they work hours 5 minutes is okay for you to have a focused burst of energy. Then you can set it to 25 minutes and then you take a 5 minutes break to refresh and come back to refresh and refuel your energy. This is just to prevent burnout. So you continue this cycle like it's an iteration until you're done with your task. That's how Pomodoro technique works in summary. So next slide, please. The next one we have Eisenhower the Eisenhower matrix. This matrix helps you prioritize your tasks based on what's urgent and important. This way, you can focus on the most critical task first and avoiding getting sidetracked by less important ones. As shown on this four quadrant matrix, I also dropped a link. Sorry, I'm not with my device. I would have showed you how it is. But regardless, you can have this link and see how it actually works. The first quadrant says urgent and important. So you list out the tasks that are urgent and important in the first quadrant, then the ones that are important but not urgent on the second um quadrant, and you're supposed to schedule it since it's not urgent. And then we have not important but urgent. So some of these activities that fall into this quadrant can be delegated to some people. You can ask people for help or just do it later. And then we have a not urgent and not important. So you either do it last when all of these tasks are being completed, or you just eliminate it because they are just scope creeps most of the time. So then we have time blocking technique. Um Time blocking technique blocks out chunk of time for specific time in your calendar. For example, when you dedicate 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a deep work and set other blocks for email, meetings, or doing other tasks in essence. So most of the times your calendar can help you schedule most of these activities. And then it also it helps you, like something like Google Calendar. It helps you also set reminders so that when the time has elapsed, it tells you that your schedule, your task has been completed. Now you can move on to the next tasks. So it keeps you abreast with your activities for the day. So which one of these techniques do you think will work best for you? Hello? Nobody?
Yeah, I think first one will be good.
The Pomodoro technique, right?
First one will be, yeah, promoted.
Okay, that's great. But what really works for me personally is the Eisenhower matrix, because the reason why I like it most is because it helps you um have clarity on your most important tasks, instead of like actually burning out on something that is.
Yeah. So next slide.
So let's move on to productivity hacks and leveraging on ChatGPT for organization. Next slide, please. So to have a very productive day, or to have an effective time management technique, here are some hacks that you can use on your day-to-day activity to make your day more productive and more effective. So the first one is using task management apps. My task management apps like Trello, Asana, and Todoist. I don't know. Have you has anyone heard of these apps before?
No, no, I haven't. No.
Well, I think it's a very important there you can choose anyone that resonates with you. These apps can actually help you organize your tasks, set deadlines, and keep everything visible. So it gives you a clear picture of your to-do lists, and
Mm.
it also helps you. I don't know if you know this Gantt chart that don't know. It helps you show the task that you need to carry out, the duration of time, how important it is, and then the status of your progress as you move on. So we have the second one is setting smart goals. As an individual, you have to um line out your goals specifically to resonate with your okay, yeah, with your long time with what you see yourself in the future. Let me put it in plain language. So putting it in writing, you have to like state your goals so that they are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are also relevant to your life's purpose, and they are time bound. That is, they can be started and completed within a speculated period of time. You can look out for smart goals online. I'm sure you will see a lot more a lot more details that I'm saying right now. So the third one is the 2 minute rule. It says that most of the times we have like little tasks within our day that they may seem small or unimportant, but when you pile them up,
they turn out to be a bigger problem. So the 2 minute rule says if a task takes 2 minutes, just do it immediately instead of procrastinating on it, and then it gathers to be a bigger problem. So let's move on to ChatGPT. With all these productivity hacks that I've mentioned, here's a fun tip. ChatGPT, I don't know if anyone has heard of ChatGPT.
We
We have heard
heard
about ChatGPT.
We have, right?
Yeah,
So
we have.
with all these productivity hacks that I've mentioned here, your AI assistant ChatGPT can actually help you organize your day. You can actually ask ChatGPT to help you create a to-do list, plan a schedule, and even set reminders. Well, not automatically, but you can add it to your calendar so that there's a reminder. Imagine this ChatGPT, you can tell ChatGPT to actually help you organize your presentation on time management, or if you're short on time, how do I manage my time in 2 hours for a particular time, for a particular deadline? Well, the world has evolved so much that you on your own can project into big ideas by leveraging on available AI apps. I remember when I had an exhibition, but I was thinking about how to start dissecting the prices, how to organize the event, and then something told me, okay, just try ChatGPT. And believe you me, ChatGPT became my personal assistant. I needed not to get a boardroom of people to visualize my ideas and to get direction. ChatGPT can actually do so much more within a short period of time. So for task planning, these are some prompts that I put in here. For you to use ChatGPT, you actually need to be able to give it clear instructions, clear and specific instructions to carry out your tasks for you. So on your own, maybe you can write this down so that you can try them after this presentation, because this will really help you to start gaining the benefits of using AI. And one important thing, people feel like in the nearest future that computers will start re, replacing humans, but it's not like that, because even AI, as intelligent as it is, it also needs a touch of creativity from humans. It only reasons from available resources that are given to it. So that touch of creativity always has to come from humans. So in the nearest future, humans are not going to be replaced by machines. Rather, humans that leverage on available resources like AI could replace humans. Why? Because they tend to do their work more effectively and quickly. So for time planning, you can try ChatGPT, help me create a plan for my presentation on time management or any topic. You could tell ChatGPT, I have this upcoming event, and it's going to happen in so date. Help me create a to-do list or plan out my days in preparation to this, and then you'll be amazed by the results. Well, enough on ChatGPT. I think these are things we'll like enjoy at our leisure. So let's move to the next slide, please. So building good habits. If you have every day we try to like improve ourselves as individuals. We will want to be the best version of ourselves by learning new new skills, by helping ourselves learn good habits. So if you would like to learn good habits or have a self-development, here are steps, or here are ways you can build these good habits the right way. So the first one says begin with manageable small changes to build momentum, such as dedicating 10 minutes a day a task. Then be consistent. Make sure this task that you this small changes you want to make, and you have dedicated 10 minutes to it a day, that you are consistent with it every day until it turns into a habit. Then track progress. Use habit trackers or journals. Journals work amazingly. There's this I think morning oh, I forgot the name, that every morning you wake up, you you reflect on your day, your past day, and you speculate, you envision, and you envisage on what you would like your day to be. So journaling has really helped build good habits um a good length. Then focus on one good habit at a time. As we mentioned before, multitasking is not always um encouraged when you're trying to like build on a good habit or try to deviate from procrastination. Then reward yourself. It actually feels good when you have accomplished something and then you reward yourself, as in you're proud of yourself for actually accomplishing this task, or actually building a good habit eventually. So it actually feels good when you reward yourself in healthy way, not not that, oh yes, today I accomplished something, so I'm going to party all night. No, 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 no. That's actually turning the hands of the clock back. So I think we can move to the next slide. We have talked a lot about being productive, but what happens when we push ourselves too hard? That is called a burnout. Here's how to avoid it. In other words, burnout is that feeling of tiredness, that overwhelming feeling when you have been working on an activity for too long, or for longer than your body can actually take. So here's a way to avoid burnout. One is take breaks. Regular breaks throughout the day, like the Pomodoro technique I mentioned earlier, can recharge your energy. And then you prioritize self-care. Self-care is very, very important in this day and time. I there's this there's this awareness that's going around, especially for women. Sorry, they always say take care of yourself, self-care, and make time for exercises, for hobbies, and relaxation. This will help you recharge and boost your productivity in the long run. Then set boundaries. Don't be a yes person. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. There's always early. If you notice signs of fatigue or lack of motivation, take action before it becomes full-blown burnout. Um, so I think we can move to the next slide. Sorry, the last one. Balance work and life. I think I've said this over and over again, how it is also important. It is essential to make time for family, friends, and personal growth outside work. So not every day, work. You focus so much on work, and then you get burnt out. You're all stressed. I think when you make time for your family, your friends, and things you enjoy, it will also help boost productivity. So I'm sure we have in some way experienced burnout. It can be tough, but by setting boundaries and making time for yourselves, you can avoid it. Um, Next slide, please. To wrap all I said up, I hope you're living with a toolkit full of practical ways to manage your time better. Use proven techniques like the Pomodoro technique, time blocking technique, and the Asian hour technique to structure your day. Try out some productivity hacks and consider using ChatGPT to help with your tasks. Build good habits and, above all, avoid burnout by setting boundaries and prioritizing self care. But remember, in all this, the pain of regrets is greater than the pain of discipline. Start small, stay consistent, and take control of your life today. Thank you for being here. And now let's open the floor for questions.
Hello,
Hello.
Isha. I think you are not audible. Yeah, your voice is not coming.
So
Uh,
I think I have my first question that says, can you discuss and habits on time management and productivity? So let me go ahead and dive into this question. Daily routines and habits. You have to determine as an individual if these daily routines and habits helps towards being productive. There are things we take as routines, but are actually could be unimportant to our daily goals. They also could be scope creeps and distractions. So the first step in fitting your daily routines to have effective time management is to identify if these routines or habits are important to you. How important are they to you as an individual? If they are not important, if they are not impactful to anyone around you, then it is important that you try and get rid of the habits so that you can get more time to accomplish more important activities in your day. So I hope I have answered that question accurately.
Thank you, ma'am.
Com- So I have my other the second question just popped in, and it says, what are the common time management mistakes to avoid, and how can um, individuals correct them? Well, most of the time management mistakes you can make is when you don't prioritize your activities. And then some people also feel like when you multitask that you get more things done, but it's often not like that. You're not a superhuman. We are all human. We are all normal human beings, like you and I. So feeling like you can take 10 tasks at the same time is actually what leads to burnout. So, and also leads to incomplete task, or you not actually doing your task or producing the best version of your tasks. So, and then the third one is some people feel like you need to do, because these activities are yours, you feel like you need to carry them out 100% by yourself. I'm an advocate for delegating. If you feel a task is going to be too difficult, or you feel you need more hands to accomplish this a specific time within a speculated period of time, why not ask for help? It's either you ask for help and assistance, or you delegate the job to someone. You know, burnout, let me relate it to being a housewife. Sometimes housewives feel like, I have to be the one cleaning, I have to be the one washing, but in the end, you will just be stressed. So if you feel you need to delegate some aspects of your life in order to have more time to do the most important things. So please delegate, ask for help, and then in the end you are less stressed, and then you focus more on the more important things in your life. I think that's all for that question.
Yeah.
I hope I've
Thank
answered
you.
it well. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for answering our questions. So, as we are near the closing ceremony, there is, I think, Wallet had
I
said
think
something.
I have one
Ask.
question.
Yeah.
I think I I skipped a slide that talks about how to tackle procrastination. So give me a minute.
I think this.
So the question says, since I said procrastination is more emotional than just being lazy, here are like different ways you can overcome procrastination. One is by breaking tasks into smaller steps. Sometimes when you look at a task as a whole, it becomes overwhelming. That fear of failure, you have this instant fear of how complex or how huge the work is that you procrastinate on it. So breaking task into smaller steps will help you overcome breaking um task into smaller, more manageable actions will help you overcome procrastination. There's a saying that says, if you do not see your destination, just take the next step. Do you understand me? So let's say you don't see the end of the room and you need to get to the end of the room, but you do not see the exact path you need to go through to get to the end. But you can see the next step that you need to take. So just take the next step and do not overwhelm your thoughts by the complete path you need to get to the end of the room. So that's um one way to overcome procrastination. Then the use of Pomodoro technique. I think we've said this um we've talked about this. It creates a sense of urgency and helps you maintain focus. Then set clear goals and deadlines. Establish specific time-bound goals to keep yourselves accountable. Then address emotional barriers. Recognize when you're avoiding tasks because of fear or anxiety, and practice mindfulness or self-compassion to manage those emotions. So these are ways that you can help manage your emotions. There are some situations where you have you are in an emotionally draining situation, like a loss of a loved one, or heartbreak, or a financial crisis. So most of these issues can like make you distracted, or help make you swave away your attention when you're trying to do something. So effective mindfulness and self-awareness can help you regulate your emotions and stay focused on the things that are most important. And then lastly, reward yourself for progress. Positive reinforcement can help maintain motivation. Celebrate your small wins to make progress more rewarding and exciting. So I hope I've answered your question, Miss Violet.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. So, as we are near the closing ceremony, before we depart, we would like to thank Mrs. Hussain Yusra Yunus, Dinesh sir, Simran ma'am, Pradipta sir, and my responsible team member for making this webinar a success. Adao connects you with stabilized professionals and offers a platform to earn from their journeys. So if anyone is interested, you can visit the website. We have shared a link in the chat box. We request you to give your valuable feedback. Once again, thank you everyone for joining. The webinar is now complete. You may now leave the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, JD. Thank you
Yeah.
for helping me.
Yeah.